So we have a slightly longer scene now. Okay, come back, that's your scene. Now, normally you know we rehearse things for longer. This is a bit of a crash course. If you're thinking, I love you, 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 try not to get involved with the other person. Right. If you're thinking, I hate you, 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 you try to make the other person yours and put them under your control. That is, your purpose and the mantra go two different ways. I love you, I love you, I love you, I can't have you. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I'm going to take you and destroy you. And it does something to you. How about trying to be fun to try? Don't tell us what you can tell us what you, don't tell us, don't tell us. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. I have to stay away from you. I mustn't get involved. Did I say I love you?
No, you said
I love you, I love you, I love you. I mustn't get involved. You're wonderful, but I can't get involved. So many Russian movies like that. Railway stations, the war, they have to it's very Russian. America is all, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I'll destroy you, I'll smack you, I'll use your filthy Kleenex, I'll wipe my feet on you, I'll tear your guts out, I hate you, I hate you.
That's just the president.
It's mine. And it's very sexy, that one. You can make lots of money off it. And the other one's rather nice too, but the real sexual power comes from, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. But we can let you do it twice. So you can taste both versions. If you forget the lines, which you might, I'll prompt you. Or somebody will. Okay. Get the voice in the head loud, loud.
I'll go to bed.
I'll read.
Right. I know about Susan.
Okay, right. Looks like they have so much history. Looks like we've worked on the given circumstances. You understand it looks like we rehearsed it a long time and we got so much emotion.
It's purposeful.
But it does. But you don't have to have emotion. We just project it onto you.
Yeah.
Which is where we really came in on this course, saying that we project emotion onto people. What were you doing then? Oh, you were.
I love you, I love you,
Yeah,
I love you.
yeah. You were doing.
I hate you, I hate you, I hate you.
You could have taken it. You could have moved. You could have. You understand? You could have done more to make him under your control. Are you with this guy?
Yeah.
It's not enough to know stuff. You have to kind of achieve it.
Yeah.
He wanted to go to you there, and he fought it. He went to the door because he knows he mustn't come to you. If you want to control him, you can actually go to him.
So I was saying to the original blocking.
And I understand. Oh, blocking.
No,
No blocking. You could walk over to him with a newspaper. He will be yours eventually.
Yeah.
He'll be locked in your dungeon somewhere. Selling him to the Argentines. I don't know where. Okay, so now you're going to be saying, I love you, you mustn't get involved. Keep him at arm's length, but I love you, I love you, I love you. You're now going, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. You're going to control it and make him yours. And we see what happens. The more you screw up the speech, the more power you have, and the more history you seem to have. And it's just a cheap trick, but it's a good one. Okay.
I'm going to bed.
I'll read.
Good night.
Go to him. Say, I know about Susan. And grab him. Go to him.
Yeah. No.
Go to him. Go to him. Keep the mantra. Keep it going. Go to him. He's going to be yours.
I know about Susan.
Okay. You can see why Olivier, in the scene the scene where they hate each other, my settling.
Yeah.
You can see why it came over as passion. I hate you, I'll destroy you. I hate you, that's my arm. I hate working with you. You're a stupid amateur. And it would look wonderful. But okay. Well, we covered some ground in 2 days. This is another trick for getting you out of the way, as is the hat game. If you can distract yourself and just let the hand do it, you become very difficult to deal with. The more obvious you are, the less choices you have to make. You just do what is totally, it'd be very difficult to do what is totally obvious. You get the impression that artists are original when in a way they're not. Kafka couldn't put weight on. I think he had tuberculosis and didn't know it yet. He takes off his clothes, he can count his ribs in the mirror. And he writes a story called The Hunger Artist about somebody who gets thinner and thinner, and I think it probably gets swept up by the straw or something. He had a great problem with his family and he feels inhuman, so he wakes up in the morning turned into a giant cockroach. And his family are horrible to him, and his father pelts him with apples and they stick into his carapace because he's a huge insect. Well, it's not original to Kafka. You understand, for him it's absolutely normal. But you get the impression that in order to be an artist, you have to go to something original. No, we are less similar than we look. If you can dig down to your obviousness, something comes out which is absolutely remarkable. But you shouldn't wake up as a large cockroach unless you're Kafka. You can wake up as a large green banana that's difficult to peel. And I don't know who you are, but there must be something you should wake up as for your story. And making sense here.
Yes.
The more obvious you can be, the more you are yourself. All wonderful comedians have a very strong physical image of what they're like. They're not just joke tellers. When they start, they're telling jokes. Little by little, they have to realize it has to be them. Some of them never achieve it. It's the advice Joan Rivers was constantly given, as she says in that book, Enter Talking, that the one thing she least wanted to do was to be herself on the stage. So it was all an armouring, and she would just tell jokes and hope they were funny. But then she's nothing. Now there's a very clear image of Joan Rivers, or Rodney Dangerfield, or Buddy Hackett, or you probably have your guys that you know. They're like forces of nature. They're very clear, distinct personalities. Tommy Cooper, if you know who he was, I think he died last year. Strong physical images of the people, and their work comes from them. And to them it's obvious. To us it looks original. So I'm saying you should be, if you could pursue the obvious, you will look original to other people. It's just how it is. If you do what they expect, they think you're original. That's a joke. It's ridiculous. But that's how they see it. So I got into this because I lost all talent. When you lose your talent at age 12 or 13 or 14, you can tell yourself you weren't very good when you're friends with people like Pinter and Beckett and so on. and you can't do it anymore, it's more embarrassing because you could do it and now you can't. So I decided to work with actors on improvisation because I thought if I could find out what it was that blocked them, I might be able to work on myself. Because